All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today we're diving deep into the source code of something pretty cool, a powerful live stream player called Jessibuca. We're going to break down what it is and why it's such a game changer.
So let's kick things off with a question that probably hits home for a lot of you, especially if you're a developer. Why is it still so hard to get live video to just work everywhere? You know, we've gone from the bad old days of clunky plugins like Flash, but even now we're dealing with all sorts of compatibility headaches. Getting that smooth, low-latency stream often feels like you're making a trade-off, right?
But what if you didn't have to compromise? Imagine flawless, high-performance live video that works everywhere. I mean everywhere. And all it uses is the native power of the web browser. Think about it. No plugins, no installs, just pure H5. It just works. Seamless video on any device.
Okay, so that's the setup. Let's talk about the web video problem itself. And here is the solution to that very problem. Meet Jessibuca. At its heart, it's an open source project with a really clear mission: to be a truly universal browser native player. The whole point is to make live streaming work absolutely anywhere, no questions asked. We're talking PC, mobile, even inside an app like WeChat, and all without needing any special plugins. So what is Jessibuca, really? Let's peel back the layers and see what makes it tick.
Okay, so how on earth does it actually pull this off? I mean, getting high-performance video decoding without a native app or a clunky plugin. That's the holy grail, right? Well, the quote here gives us a clue. The magic is all about taking a powerful audio/video library and compiling it into something that can run right inside the browser. It's a pretty groundbreaking idea.
And this slide lays out the process perfectly. It's like a recipe. You start with something really powerful and battle-tested. In this case, C++ code from libraries like FFmpeg. Then, you run it through a special compiler called mscripten. What comes out the other side is this amazing thing called WebAssembly, or WASM for short. And that WASM code, it runs safely at almost native speed right inside any modern browser. It's incredible.
Right. So that's the magic of WebAssembly. It's the engine that makes all of this possible.
And don't think you have to pay to get something powerful. The free, open-source version of Jessibuca is an absolute powerhouse. It's already decoding modern video like H.264 and H.265, handling common audio formats, but it gets better. It has a zero buffer option for that snappy, low-latency feel. It uses web workers to do the heavy decoding on other CPU cores so your main web page doesn't freeze up. And it's smart. It'll even drop frames automatically to prevent that awful buffering lag if your network is struggling. Pretty impressive for free, right?
But, you know, that open source version, that's just the beginning. The Pro version takes that solid foundation and just unlocks a whole new level of capability. We're talking a whole different ballgame.
This table really lays it all out. Look, the core playback engine is the same. It's fantastic in both. But then you look at the Pro column and wow. The protocol support goes from basic to absolutely extensive. You get serious encryption support. You get advanced UI controls, like for PTZ cameras or watermarks. Multi-screen layouts for security dashboards? Yep. And then there's the really wild stuff, AI capabilities, right in the browser.
Let's just focus on one of those things for a second. 21. That's the number of live stream formats the Pro version supports. And that's not just a big number for the sake of it. It's a huge deal for compatibility.
Because what that number really means is that you can connect to basically any modern streaming server out there. We're talking the big ones like HLS and WebRTC, of course, but also more specialized formats like MemPeg TS, or even secure protocols from cloud giants like Alibaba Cloud. It's built to be a universal connector.
Okay, but here's where things get really interesting. The Pro version isn't just about playing back more types of video. It's about making video intelligent. It gives the browser the power to actually analyze the video stream as it's coming in.
Just think about that for a sec. You could build a web app that knows when a video feed goes black or freezes, or one that does real-time face and object recognition. It could even do things like check if a security camera has been spray painted or blocked. And the craziest part, all of this is happening right there in the user's browser on the client side. No heavy server processing needed for these tasks.
So yeah, that's the big picture when you compare open source versus pro. One is an awesome free player, the other is a full-on professional video toolkit.
When you step back, you can really see the massive shift Jessibuca represents. The old way, it was all about clunky plugins, inconsistent support across browsers, and frustrating latency. The Jessibuca way, it's plugin free, it's universal, it's low latency, and it's packed with features. It's about making high-performance video a first-class citizen on the web, finally.
So what are the big things you should walk away with today? First, WebAssembly is an absolute game changer. It's completely revolutionizing what we can do in a browser. Second, because of that, plugin-free, low-latency live streaming is not a someday thing, it's a solved problem, right now. And finally, Jessibuca is just a fantastic example of this in action. A super powerful tool for developers, whether you're working on a small open source project or a massive enterprise application.
And that really leaves us with a pretty exciting question to chew on, doesn't it? When you give the browser this much power, to not just show video, but to understand it, what happens next? What kinds of live, interactive experiences are we going to see now that this is possible?
And that ultimately is why this player matters. It's about more than just code. It's about putting this incredible power into the hands of developers everywhere and seeing what they build with it. It's about creating the next generation of the web.